Hey everyone, Charlie here. Welcome to another kind of a different LTP, Learn to Play Piano with Charlie episode. This is going to be kind of a masterclass on one piece of music. And this is going to be the Rock 2 second movement. We've already done a Rock 2 first movement one, so I thought maybe we'd do a Rock 2 second movement one. So this is going to be kind of an in-depth kind of overlook. I'm not going to play through the whole thing. I have video up on that already, so check that out on YouTube. And if you haven't subscribed, we are, as of recording this, on our way to 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. So be sure to sub, comment for the algorithm, sub more. If you already sub once, that's good. Get other people to sub. And also sub on TikTok and like Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff as well. Links are down below. So this second movement of the Rock 2 is a beautiful piece. This is one that like I heard originally in like the Celine Dion version where it's you know, that one. Unfortunately, this piece doesn't actually have the all by myself part. It just has the verses, but that's okay. It's a gorgeous piece, and a lot of it is spent accompanying. The piano soloist actually accompanies, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be shaping it. The middle section gets fast. Then it goes back to the slow part. So let's do a quick lesson on this today. So at the beginning, you know, the orchestra comes and it has this chords, beautiful chord progression. Let's see if I can read. It goes there, right, and then it goes. I can't read music. Something along those lines. I think most of the notes were pretty close. All right, but then you come in all by yourself. Ha, get it? All by yourself. The orchestra isn't playing anything here. So even though you're kind of playing this accompanimental part, shape it. Bring out the changes in the harmonies. And then you have like a wind instrument coming in. So follow. You are the follower here. Now, pedal changes are important in this piece. So when you're starting off, you've got E major, and then E major with a D sharp instead of an E major thing, and then you got, right? So you got to change your pedal frequently enough that it's not going to sound. If you just left it down, it would be like. Right? So you want to change your pedal. You don't necessarily have to even change it all the way up. You might, but finger legato. Just because you're using your pedal doesn't mean you shouldn't finger legato. Finger legato as a refresher. Legato as much as possible with your fingers. Slightly overlap the notes. It also can have to do with shaping and stuff. I have a video on finger legato, like playing legato also, so check that out on my YouTube. But you know, so down, pedal, up, 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 up. I'm saying change, up instead of change, but you get the idea. Change, where am I? Change. Pretty much every beat, right? All right, now you are playing. The wind instrument is doing its intro. Then you are at the tempo, which is 4 after 17, box 17. And they're playing. So accompany. Remember, you are in the background, but you can still shape. And then you'll have a part where you come out of the background and you're basically you have a response to what the wind instrument was doing. So play deep into the keys, slow attack. You know, you don't want it to be. Oh, that's terrible. You know, you want to be really milk it, right? Let's keep moving on. So you keep accompanying, and then you get to the tempo at box 18, measure box 18. And here, legato is incredibly important, and shaping is incredibly important, and bringing out the melody, because the orchestra's playing now what basically you played. So you want to be sure you're singing out above it, and sorry. You want to be able to project clear to the back of the concert hall that you're playing in. Don't be afraid, and you should. Move your arms and wrists and elbows and all that stuff. Shape, be flexible. Don't, shape. Be free. And then down. You come into the background just for a little bit of a moment. Back to the foreground. Rich. And it's basically like that for the whole first section. Then you get to, of course they don't have a box, but this would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after 19, which is 2 before un poco più animato. Poco, little, più, more, animato, animated, a little more animated. So right before the a little more animated section, you're happy, and then kind of take a little bit of a moment maybe when it goes from 2. It's kind of like in-breath of air moment. It's like a, what's that? What's going on? So you're happy. Now you're a little bit moving forward. Pull on the notes. Counter melody, top of the left hand. Counter. Don't get too excited here. You're still doing the triplet thing in the right hand. Later you're going to do the 16th notes. Sorry for the note misses there. Shape it. Like, they're not. It's not just going straight up. It's. Yeah. So shape it as you go up. Then you have the tempo here. You're beginning to sing out a little bit more. Keep it legato. Keep it shaped. Rich and deep. Don't shallow, short attack. No, deep. You're coming down, and you're kind of regrouping. The bottom has some interesting things you can bring out there, and then you're back home again for take 2. Now the second time you come up to the 16th note section. Now it's a little bit more intense, right? A little bit more anxious. Now, when you get to the più animato, of course there's no box where it would make sense to have a box. Here's a 22, and it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 after 22, box 22. Più animato. This is where people do it differently. You can really let her rip. You can take it a little bit slower. I like to take it maybe on the slower side than some people do, but you are kind of getting more and more animated, more and more excited before you kind of have your little mini cadenza and then the crazy fast part. So, bring out that melody. The left hand isn't super important. It's more texture. Try to be clear with it still, but that ascending line is more important. And then you get to the top. Now in these parts, when you're letting it rip, you want to kind of establish the beat when you can, as early as you can, I think. So One way to do that is on the downbeats. They're accented, and if you can kind of really establish that, it can help the conductor and the orchestra kind of know where you are. So when you're playing this, they're holding just like one chord. You can kind of accent that here, here, and especially here, and then at più mosso you're back into like a beat, and you should be pretty established. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Because having that beat is important. Because otherwise, you can't even follow yourself basically. Because your right hand is just doing, and your left hand is the one that's kind of giving the foundation of the whole thing. So establish the beat as early as possible, and when you get to più mosso, try to keep it steady and make it clear. You kind of accent the beats, and then when you get to the parts where your right hand's going wild and your left hand's just playing chords, the left hand is really the responsible one, I think, to kind of keep that tempo and beat and rhythm kind of all in check. So we've got 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shake the right hand as much as you can. Whatever the notes are. Okay, and then yeah, that's basically it. Here, let me try that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And you want to kind of place that last bit with the orchestra. You might even slow down a little bit there. Then you have a real cadenza where there's no orchestra playing, deep and rich. Crescendo, and then come down. The orchestra does play with you on that one part, so when you're coming up here, it's hard to start in the middle, isn't it? Yeah, they're gonna play with you on that one, so if you can be kind of steady going up, that's good. Yeah. Then you have the rolled chords. Each one is a little bit more rich, a little bit more. And then shake this as well here. And then they're going to be playing a little thing with you. Come down. They're playing this part. You're home. Very similar to the beginning. Now, at the end, you have the tempo part at box 27. So here, rich, it's kind of luscious, it's warm. Oops. It's kind of in groups of 4, so 2 measures. 3, 4, coming down. Less this time. 2, going and coming down. You're kind of basically going off into the distance. Each set of 4, 2 measures, kind of has that ebb and flow, but it kind of gets less and less and less until the very end. You're all by yourself. Rich and deep. Sing out the top. Very cool. All right, hopefully that was helpful. That's a quick masterclass on the second movement of the Rock 2. Be sure to subscribe, share, comment, subscribe on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube, and I'll see you guys in another video. Take care.